You are tuning in to Mad Genius Live. Stick around because it's National Grilled Cheese Day.
Woo! I caught it.
Caught it.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Justin Chapple. I'm Food & Wine's culinary director. I'm also the host of Mad Genius Live, which you are watching right now. I'd like to introduce you to Kelsey Youngman, Food & Wine's test kitchen manager here in New York. She's been on the show a couple times with me before. I had a crazy morning. I'm gonna turn this down. I had a crazy morning because I was actually doing the Today Show before doing this live show. So if you're watching and you saw me on the Today Show, hit us up. I made it here, all the way downtown. I went from 30 Rock to Battery Park City, where our test kitchen is, in like 20 minutes. And that was
It's pretty impressive.
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
So if you're following along, make sure you tag us using the hashtag MadGeniusLive. I have some sausage cooking over here. I'm gonna turn it down. And if you saw me on the Today Show, let us know, and we'll give you a shout out. But remember to tag hashtag MadGeniusLive. So today is a really fun day because it's actually National Grilled Cheese Day, which is, I guess, one of those random weird food holidays.
But one we're gonna celebrate.
But one we're actually gonna celebrate, because every day feels like another food holiday.
Right.
But this is one that we really enjoy. Yes. So we're going for it. And what we're gonna do today is we're actually gonna make 2 grilled cheese sandwiches because they're both really genius. We have genius ideas for both of them. But really what we're doing is we're gonna do kind of, well, why don't you tell us what the first one we're making?
I'm excited to be here because usually I'm just drinking on this show, so I'm excited to do more cooking.
Or judging cocktails.
Judging some cocktails.
Yes.
So we're gonna start with a classic American grilled cheese, and we're gonna use some just lovely, soft, beautiful white bread. You can use a white country loaf, you can use like just a standard bakery white loaf or a Pullman.
Which I'm gonna cut.
Thank you.
Right now.
Need a couple slices of that. And classic American cheese. And then there's a little twist that Justin came up with.
We have a Mad Genius tip
Yeah.
for taking a classic American grilled cheese sandwich to the next level.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, we have a couple Mad Genius tips today, but that is one of them. That is our first. So, as Kelsey mentioned, we're gonna start with a classic American grilled cheese sandwich with a twist.
Yeah.
Because everything on this show has to have a twist. So we're gonna start with white bread, as Kelsey mentioned. So, okay, I guess I did not cut that very good.
Well, I'm gonna make 2 sandwiches.
So what is in a classic American grilled cheese sandwich?
Well, we've gotta have ooey gooey, melty American cheese.
Right.
It just, like, it's
There's
made
no
for
other way.
melting.
There's no other way.
That's what it's for.
You gotta have white
You gotta
sandwich
use
bread. Actually, the reason we're using this country loaf is because that's what actually works the best.
Yeah.
But then you gotta just have really melty American cheese. Yeah. So let's go for that. Oh wait.
But first.
No, but first, this Mad Genius tip, ladies and gentlemen. I actually did this on the Today Show, and it's kind of incredible. So why don't you, I have my own here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the secret is mayonnaise, right?
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but
we're gonna slather the outside with mayonnaise. So you're gonna take your bread before you put your cheese on, before you do anything else. Just a thin layer of mayonnaise, because when it hits the pan, it's going to get crispy and golden and perfectly delicious. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna have half melted cheese and dry bread. You're gonna have crunchy, perfect bread. But we're not just gonna do mayonnaise, we're gonna coat the mayonnaise in Parmesan.
Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna let you do Parmesan because I'm gonna give everyone another Mad Genius tip. So as Kelsey mentioned, we spread a bunch of mayonnaise on it, and now we're gonna coat it in Parmesan cheese. And not only is the mayonnaise gonna get really crispy and caramelized, but so is the cheese. And it almost gives you this like extra kind of like, almost like a cheese cracker on the outside of your grilled cheese. Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna do this one.
I'm gonna switch our bread.
So, no, let's do half and half. So
Okay.
you do, we're gonna do half and half.
Okay.
It's all right. So because then we'll get the best of both worlds.
Okay.
So you put a little Parmesan cheese on, you can just pat it a little bit. You don't need a lot, but the more you do, the more crispy, crunchy it's gonna be.
And it's gonna stick to the mayonnaise.
But what this, the other trick I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use an ingredient called nutritional yeast. It's very savory and it tastes very nutty, just like Parmesan. So if you don't have Parmesan, or if you wanna make a vegan grilled cheese, you can use vegan cheese and then use this on the outside instead of the Parmesan. You could look here, it just is kind of flaky.
Yeah.
And it has a very, It's very
smells really
fragrant.
nutty, yeah.
Yeah, it actually smells like cheese.
Yeah, and it's really good on popcorn. A lot of
Really good
people
on
like
popcorn. So I'm gonna put that back, and then we're just gonna sprinkle a little on the other one.
Great.
Not too much, just a little bit.
And you could use vegan mayonnaise made with garbanzo bean liquid. They have a few in the store. You can make your own by just whipping up the liquid from a
That
can of
sounds
garbanzo
ridiculous.
beans. Fully vegan.
All right, so we're gonna get that in the pan.
Okay, so I'm gonna finish making these with.
Oh no, you
little
put it in
bit.
the pan. Put in. It's easier
Okay.
that way. You always, when you use this technique, you go right from the cutting board right into
to
the
the pan,
pan,
so you don't lose
that
any
you
of
don't
your
lose
cheese,
all
like
the
I did.
parm like Kelsey just did.
I'm gonna put like 3 pieces on.
Yeah, 3 pieces is good. All right, you do that. Okay, so Kelsey's gonna babysit these grilled cheese sandwiches because I actually like to, I think you have it on low, but you can go a little bit higher, but this thing is, am I doing it?
Yeah, you got
Okay.
it.
So I like to go kind of on medium low when I do a grilled cheese sandwich because I want to let the outside get really crispy, but you also want to make sure that the cheese melts by the time it gets brown, right?
Yeah, and I'm pushing it down a little bit with the spatula just to really make sure it's in contact with the pan, but
Okay, you're gonna build another one and I'm gonna build another one. Okay, so now, like I said, we have our classic American grilled cheese that Kelsey's making over here with the twist, which is the Parmesan crust. And now I'm teaching you the new American grilled cheese sandwich, ladies and gentlemen, the new American grilled cheese sandwich. And this recipe actually comes from, ooh, that's a hot pan. This actually comes from one of my favorite cheese experts in the whole entire world. Her name is Laura Werlin. If you don't know who she is, you need to look her up. Go to foodandwine.com. We have plenty of her recipes. They're all incredible. Like she is knows everything there is to know about food. About cheese. And every year she comes to the Food and Wine Classic in Aspen and has a seminar about cheese. And it's literally one of the most packed seminars every single year because she's just so brilliant. So this is her recipe, but because we're live, we're throwing it into the comments, right? So we're gonna post the link to the recipe so you can get it and you can make it for National Grilled Cheese Day. I forget what we have to do here.
Cheddar butter.
Oh, there you go, cheddar butter.
in the same vein as the parm mayo, we're gonna make a cheddar butter.
Yes.
Laura likes doing this to get that crispy, gooey crust. It's almost like a frico of cheese on the outside of your grilled cheese.
Yes, so we have just some butter here that I'm mixing with some cheddar cheese. So you just kind of mash it together, just like this.
We're using extra sharp cheddar today for that really nice flavor.
I love extra sharp cheddar. And for this, you are not looking for like a fancy white cheddar cheese. You are going for yellow cheddar. I know it's not as elegant, but that is not what this is about. This is National Grilled Cheese
This is
Day.
grocery store cheddar.
Yeah, and so we have two sandwiches here where we are crusting the outside with cheese and butter or cheese and mayonnaise. And I want to nod to a recipe that we have in our May issue. So the May issue is our Restaurants of the Year issue. So we announced the 10 best new restaurants across the United States. And one of the restaurants, is named Better Luck Tomorrow. It's in Houston, Texas. And we actually are running a recipe in the May issue called the Party Melt, which we tried here. We tested it here. It's so good. And it's basically an incredible mashup of like a patty melt and an inside out grilled cheese.
Yeah.
And they actually crust the outside of their sandwich with a lot of Parmesan cheese, like a ton of Parmesan cheese. So much so that it's almost like the sandwich is encased in a cheese cracker, like a frico, as Kelsey pointed out.
Yeah.
And it's so ridiculously good. So here you could see
Cheddar
butter on the outside of the bread. So you're gonna flip this, and in this case, because the cheese is really thick, it's okay to flip it over onto your cutting board. And you actually have to, because then you need to do your other ingredients. So my pan over here I think is hot, so then it's just a little bit of mustard, Dijon mustard on all 4 slices. Here you go.
Thank you.
And you just spread it. If you like a lot of mustard, use a lot, but the recipe actually has measurements for it. I like a lot of mustard because I like a real spicy, tangy sandwich.
You gotta have something to cut through all the cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, all the cheese is worth
rich.
it, but it's
very rich. So then you're gonna add some cornichons. Here, I'll put it here so we can both go.
Thanks.
A little bit of cornichons across here. And cornichons are basically, we don't have the jar out here, but they're basically little tiny pickles. And they're not very sweet. They're just a little sweet, but they're really tangy. and
They're
very
nice and
vinegary.
salty and vinegary.
Yeah, I could have actually used more, but
Oh, just on one side?
I skipped it.
Oh.
Does butter go in here?
Sure.
I don't know. We're putting it in.
We're riffing on Laura's recipe.
I'm just going with it. Okay, so then we have here, which as you saw, we were browning it up before the show started, some thinly sliced andouille sausage. So this is pre-cooked sausage. You just get it in a pack. You can use chicken sausage if you want. You can use turkey sausage if you
You
want.
could use veggie sausage.
Veggie sausage if you're going vegan.
Whatever you like.
But for me, I'm going with classic andouille sausage that you're gonna put right onto your sandwich just like that. It's a very neat, I took all the big pieces. I feel so rude.
I mean,
And here we go. My pan is getting nice and hot. How are those doing?
well, they're good. They're crisping up on the bottom.
Do we need to flip them?
Checking
or are
the
they good?
side.
Ooh.
They're almost
Oh,
ready.
you just probably flip that one around.
Yeah. I'm gonna rotate it in the pan
Yep.
so it gets nicely even heat.
And here I'm taking some Monterey Jack cheese, shredded, and putting it on top. So not only do we have the cheddar on the outside, but we have Monterey Jack cheese on the inside. Here, I'll let you do that.
Thank you.
And then sliced cheddar. So this is like a crazy cheese-filled sandwich that is gonna blow your mind.
And
That's all I will say, is
You
it's
know,
gonna blow your mind.
Monterey Jack is really good at melting, and being shredded, it melts even easier.
So I'm gonna go like this.
Perfect combination. Ooh,
And
this
I'm
is-
gonna flip it in because I actually want the cheese side down first. Yum.
I'll give
Okay,
you
so
mine.
this is almost, oops, I'm getting cheese everywhere.
I mean, it's National Grilled Cheese.
Where's your cheese day? Okay. Flip it over, press it down, and there we go. Can we get those sandwiches going? Let's flip them. Yes!
Look at that.
Can we get
The,
a close-up on that?
the parm, the mayo. It's so crispy. Oh,
Press
you
it
see
down.
that? So good.
Oh
I'm gonna
wait,
eat it right
let's
now.
point it out. Are those both parm or are those?
This is the parm side, so we'll reveal the nutritional yeast side next.
Okay.
I just flipped it. Yeah.
Are you sure? Those are both the parm sides?
Yeah,
All right.
I promise. We'll check the video.
Okay, so this is gonna take a minute,
Yeah.
but we need something to do in the meantime.
Yeah. So what goes better with grilled cheese than tomato soup? So I have a little tomato soup here. Just our classic Food and Wine recipe. A little chunky, a little thick, but I think it needs a topping.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bowl up some tomato soup, and Justin's gonna talk about
Because we got another
trick we're
genius
gonna
tip
do.
here. We just need. So here's some tomato soup. I wonder if you know where we're going with this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to get this turned up a little bit so that you could see, so we can get it nice and melty. You could kind of see here. I'm going to tilt the pan up because what I forgot to mention was that over here, the pan has a little bit of that butter I put in, which is not called for in the recipe, but I added 1 tablespoon of butter to the skillet that was full of all that andouille fat that kind of rendered out of the sausage when we were cooking it.
Yeah.
Because we were talking the best new American grilled cheese sandwich from Laura Werland. If you're tuning in now, you are watching Mad Genius Live. I'm Justin Chapple. This is Kelsey Youngman.
Hello.
And we are celebrating National Grilled Cheese Day. So we got 2 versions of grilled cheese here. One is a classic American grilled cheese, which is, just white sandwich bread, American cheese. But we added a little twist. One of my favorite Mad Genius tips for elevating a classic American grilled cheese. And you basically just spread a little mayonnaise on it, and then you hit it with some Parmesan or some nutritional yeast. But now, because I can't leave well enough alone, I'm gonna show you another one of my favorite Mad Genius tips, which is to transform a classic American grilled cheese sandwich into a crouton. You might have seen this before on Pinterest or something like that. Look, we have a very cheesy board. So here we have our delicious, crispy, gooey grilled cheese sandwich, and I'm just gonna cut it into little squares. The middle is my favorite part, but some people like
You gotta get that pull, that perfect.
that's why I like the middle.
Yeah.
And then you take all the little crunchy, gooey bits, and instead of, look at this. Oh my gosh, okay, you ready?
Oh, it's perfect.
You just put it right on top. So instead of I think we need beer.
Probably.
Get some beer. Just while we're waiting for this other grilled cheese to go. All right, let me check it because I turned my thing on too high.
You know, it's National Grilled Cheese Day, so you have to go all out. You have to have the best grilled cheese.
I've got a sticky situation over here. I think I burnt my cheese.
You have a cheesy situation?
Well, I got too busy making croutons that I think I...
Just try.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm gonna flip these. Let me loosen them up a little bit here.
Perfect.
Because all that cheese is sticking to the bottom and getting really crispy and crunchy.
And that sausage is peeking out.
Yes.
Melting perfectly.
There we go. All right, I'm gonna flip it. It's a big sandwich. I lost a cornichon, look at that.
Oh my
Yum.
gosh.
So this was obviously our cheese butter, our cheddar butter.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost the sausage over here too.
Just tuck it back in.
This is hard.
You need a giant cast iron just for grilled cheese.
There you go.
Oh.
Well, I actually like to cook a grilled cheese on a griddle, like
Yeah.
a big cast iron griddle, flipped over so it's not the grill side, so it's the flat side, and that's how I cook it. So let's try this tomato soup.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I said let's try the tomato soup, not drink beer.
Sorry. I have to cheers first. It's bad
Okay.
luck.
So
okay.
we have our grilled cheese croutons.
Let's get a bite. Wow, these are big.
I like big croutons. I mean, what could be better?
It's perfect.
And it's still a little cold here in New York, so.
Yeah, we're having a very wintry
And I'm
spring.
gonna get a plate because I'm
The
gonna
cheese kind of
stack-
melts into the soup, so you get like gooey cheese and perfect sweet acidic tomatoes. It's the best bite.
It's the best bite. Of course, you could go classic and just eat the grilled cheese on the side and dip it,
Yeah.
but we didn't.
But why not have fun with it?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna reveal the new American grilled cheese.
Okay.
Let me just see, because I might need to wait a minute to get it off here.
We have to remove the cheese.
I feel
from
like
the
we
pan.
had all this time. Like we could have did like 4.
No, send us your favorite grilled cheese recipe.
We could
Let
have
us know
did
what
like
you're
4
making.
grilled cheese recipes. If you're watching and you're tuning in live, use hashtag MadGeniusLive and ask us your grilled cheese questions.
Yeah. Hit us up.
If you have any.
We're clearly very
And I
into
know
grilled
there are a
cheese.
few people out there who watch every week.
Yeah, say hi. Let us know.
I think we have Brandon, right? Where's Caroline? Oh, Caroline is the Food and Wine social media editor. I thought she was in the studio with us, but she's not. But we have Brandon Eng from Chicago, watches all the time, and he hits us up on Twitter. So Brandon, thank you. Thank you, Brandon, for tuning in and watching Mad Genius Live. I really appreciate you. If I could send you a grilled cheese sandwich right now, I would send you a grilled cheese sandwich.
Hot and gooey and perfectly crisp.
A new American grilled cheese sandwich. And I keep making the mistake, and I keep grabbing the cast iron skillet without a towel.
Don't do that. It hurts.
All right, I'm gonna serve this one up. Okay, look at this.
That is a serious sandwich.
This is a very serious sandwich. This is the new American grilled cheese sandwich from Laura Werlin. You could get the recipe in the comments if you're watching live, or you could get the recipe at foodandwine.com. I'm gonna turn this around.
I think
and
they stand up to each other.
I think they stand up well to each other. And like we said, like if you're not into meat, you can use a vegetarian sausage. You can use chicken
Nutritional
sausage.
yeast.
This one is sticking. There we go. Let me get 2 of these out of here because I'm gonna cut them in half.
Oh, look at that cheese.
Oh my gosh, cheese is melting all over my cutting
That
board.
Monterey Jack.
All right, there we go. I'm gonna cut this. And if you're ever into food styling, like we have to do at Food and Wine, it's very hard to style sandwiches. I must say, it's one of the hardest things to style, even though it shouldn't. Look at this.
You gotta get that cross section.
It's like totally packed with lots of melty cheese. It has the cornichons, which are gonna give it a little tangy bite. There's mustard, there's andouille sausage. I'm gonna pile this up. Here, this is for you, a little piece of andouille.
Thank you.
Should I try to pile both of them up?
So good. Yeah.
All right,
Do a grilled cheese tower.
I'm gonna do a grilled cheese tower. Ooh, look at the little cornichon. There's a French song that, it's like a rap song, and it goes, Les cornichons de la moutarde.
Oh, the pickles of the
It's
mustard?
the pickles and the mustard,
Pickles
because you're
and the
singing about a
mustard.
party. Anyways.
Sounds like a great party.
I think we have plenty of, here, let's cut this one and try it.
Okay.
And then I think that's it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. You take that little triangle. I'll take this little triangle. I'm gonna taste
Cheers.
it.
Oh, look at that cheesy melt. That's perfect.
Oh my God. I think I definitely like the new American grilled cheese way better. Way better than the classic one. It's the pickles and the cheddar butter on the outside.
It's so
good.
good.
So crispy, crunchy. Okay, so if you were watching us today, Imagine Us Live, we were celebrating National Grilled Cheese Day. Kelsey Youngman from Food and Wine's Test Kitchen was here joining me. We made a classic American grilled cheese sandwich with 2 crusts. We did a Parmesan crust on one side. We did a nutritional yeast crust on the other. Then we took one of my favorite Mad Genius tips of all time and we turned a classic American grilled cheese sandwich into a crouton to top our tomato soup. And then we made my friend Laura Werland's famous new American grilled cheese, which is sourdough bread covered in cheddar butter, packed with andouille sausage, mustard, cornichons, and lots more cheese.
I mean, she's the cheese master, it's clear.
She's the cheese master. So hit us up using #MadGeniusLive or go to foodandwine.com for the recipes, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
All right, I'm gonna keep eating these.
This is so good.
This is really good.